Today, before I start teaching, we are going to talk about success is no accident, it's hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing. Yes. So, hard work, you know about it. You also know about perseverance. You know about learning, studying, and sacrifice. So, I want to talk about love of what you're doing. How do you love? And here, what you're doing is studying. You're studying, so loving, learning. You love learning or you love studying so that you can get success in your education. You can get that clean A that you want. So, how do you love? Number one, you love what you're doing. If you push through the pain, you push through the pain of waking up early, you push through the pain of doing sums even when you don't feel like, you number one, push through the pain. And you push through the pain through action. If you're taking an action, you're not thinking about the pain of you studying day in, day out, getting tired or tirelessly when you're studying because you're taking an action. The only way out from the pain of studying, any sort of pain, whether you've been given a lot of work, a lot of assignments you're supposed to do, you're not supposed to keep on doing what? Keep on complaining about it or ranting about it. Because if you rant about it, you're not taking the action. If you are doing the assignment that you were given, you're not ranting about it. You take time to do your work. Number two is you believe. You believe in it. You believe in studies. You believe in your studies. You're believing in your studies in that after you complete your education, you're going to get what you want. So you ask yourself, what would you want to be? Maybe you're here and you want to be a worker. You want to be a doctor to work in the hospital. Not even a doctor. You want to be a nurse. Maybe you're even here, you want to be a banker. You're here, you want to be, most of you want to be in information technology. You want to be maybe an influencer. That is your target. But you need to go through this education so that you can learn and grow mentally. So what you're saying here is you believe in it. You believe in what you're doing. You're believing in your education. You're believing that if you work hard in school right now, you're going to achieve your goals. You'll get that A. And when you get that A, you're going to do what? To be successful. If you're believing in your goal, it means that you love what you're doing here, studying. Because you believe in it, that's why you're working and you will be able to wake up early. Number three, you put your focus and energy on it. Focus and energy. Focus so that you can love it. You focus and energy. Focus and I want them to go together here because if you're in school and you're focusing all your energy in your studies, you will love being in school. If your focus is education, you love. Because if you see me today, I have maybe a friction with this student or a disagreement with Wausi. Why am I having this disagreement? Most of the disagreements are not about even studies. Most of the time it's about the teacher who wants you to study and you don't want to study. You don't love the studying part. Go clean your face. You don't like, go clean your face. You don't love what you're doing because that's why we're having friction. Why? Because you're making noise. You're using your energy to make noise in class instead of using that time to do your assignment. Using that time to do what? To revise. Where are you focusing your energy? If you're focusing your energy only on studies in this school and nothing else, you'll love what you're doing here. You will always be here in class. You will either be in the library or at the labs doing a practical, even the computer lab. Those are the areas that you should spend all your time in. Most of the time, not all of it. Most of the time. That is 90%. The others is like 20 minutes. You've gone for the pastoral program, COSCS. 20 minutes, where are you going? To exercise, to clear your mind, right? But now you're wasting a lot. Your energy and focus is not on what your parents brought you from there to do. So if you focus your energy and in studies, you love what you're doing. Here, you love these studies because if you spend a lot of time here in class, whether you're discussing with your friends history, or whether you're here trying to revise a paper that you did not understand, you love being schooled. But you'll find out because you're here, why are you failing? Because you love things which are outside there, which are not concerned with what is the main goal of the school. And then, as for you to love what you're doing, focus on positive habits. Focus on positive habits. What are these habits for students which are positive? Which are positive and are to their success? Number one is there are only 3. You have a schedule. You have a schedule for everything. You schedule everything. That's when we tell you have a timetable. You don't have to have a very concrete timetable whereby every second that you're spending, you keep on aligning. No. You can say today, Mondays, I'll be doing 2 subjects. In the morning, I do mathematics. In the evening, I do Kiswahili. Tuesday, you can have a very simple timetable. In that when you're going to sleep tomorrow in the morning, you say tomorrow I'm going to do chemistry. Schedule everything. Schedule. Say during break time or lunch hour is when you have longer lunch hour. You say, because I don't know where people will, I'm going only to eat 10 minutes, go pray 10 minutes, and then the other 10 minutes I'm going to spend in the library. Nobody goes to the library. Actually, even the library sometimes is not that because most of you are not going there. Or you say 10 minutes eating, 10 minutes going for prayers, 10 minutes I go near the what? I go where there is no noise, just beside the lab to revise from there. And then when the bell rings 20 past, I come back to class just in case there is a teacher. But if there is no teacher, I'm going to revise this subject. Or that is the time I'm going to use to do assignments, because in the evening I'll be doing what? Doing my revision. So number 1, I said you schedule everything. Number 2, you revise. You revise. You make sure you stick to your word. You do revision day in, day out. The difference between number 1 and number 2 is because number 1 revises daily and number last revises the last 1 week after the exam is. The exam timetable is out the second last week. That is the difference, because then they are not tired of the pain is there, but they know where the success is. Then the third one is you take breaks. If you've studied, if you spend a lot of time in class, where you focus all your energy is, you're supposed also to take a break. And taking a break is not gossiping. Let me not lie to you. Gossip feels things here. If you take a break and you had your phone in school, and you take your phone and you go on TikTok, or you go on something to do something with the phone, you're not relaxing your mind. You're putting things in your mind. Taking a break is going to that field. When you hear when the boys are shouting, very good. They're supposed to shout from there. They stay for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or during PE for 40 minutes. When you come back, you're fresh. Actually, you're supposed to get out from there. You're supposed to go there for 30 minutes, 10 minutes to go to the shower. You shower, you come back. You will be so fresh, you'll be shocked. If when we have games here, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or is it Monday and Friday, I don't know. If usually you could be going there during that time at 4. You go there from 4, and you go up to even 5. Don't even go up to supper time. And then 5:20 you go shower and you go eat. When you come back at 6, you'll be like in the morning. Your mind will be fresh. Why am I telling you this? When I get out of my office and I go, and mostly nowadays I don't have a lot of free time. Even at 4, I go, I shower, and you find I've showered and I've changed, I've come back again. I start afresh like in the morning. I edit all the work I have. I go online, I answer all the messages that I have. I do a lot of work like what I do when I come here at 4 a.m. in the morning. That time I don't like talking. I like just sit down, open the laptop and go on. But I have a whole routine in the morning. I have what to do. I sit down, I pray, gratefulness journal. As I'm journaling, I read 1 verse of the Bible. Number 3, I read something for my mind. Something that will motivate me to wake up tomorrow in the morning very early. You don't motivate. You don't just wake up one day and start waking up at 4 every day. No. It is an ongoing. You keep on motivating yourself daily, daily, daily. You don't stop motivating yourself. When you stop, everything stops. You see, when you have a speaker there, Mr. Kamau does a good job, right? There's a speaker who comes to speak to you and tells you, oh, don't do this. This is not a good behavior. Don't have... And you find this speaker is so good at talking. And then you say, I've heard. I will not repeat that. Now I'm going to open my book and study. And then I give you a 1 week. 1 week you've forgotten everything. Why? You've forgotten because it's not every day. No one is reminding you every day. You're supposed to be reminded every day. Yeah, that is how it works. If you go to schools whereby, you see what you've been written here by Mr. Kamau. There are schools whereby students every day, they put what? If you've been in those schools, they put one of it there. Every day, a different student anaweka kwa wall. Amejikia mpaka kwa, unaona mahali unalala. Some of them even have couples. They put their own reminders for hard work there. Every day. It's an ongoing process. It's not an end in itself.